Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage tonight to show off some more upcoming projects. Now, I do want to talk about the upcoming projects before I show you what I have on the table, because people ask me all the time on this channel, you talk about an upcoming project, you showed off the gun, I don't see it on the main channel. Okay, so I need to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on in the main channel when it comes to the releases and a decision that I have made. And so this decision deals with when these videos are coming out. So I had made so much content before my original channel was taken down. I still have videos that are set to be released from the original channel. Like, I have that much content. And over time, I have tried to intersperse the old content and the new stuff that I'm making. And I am still really backlogged on trying to get the older stuff out. Things that I think are still relevant, whether they be unboxings of certain firearms or range reports on various guns. But as time goes on, and my style changes, I think I'm a better YouTuber now than maybe I was 2 or 3 years ago. I feel like it starts to date the older videos, or maybe some of the information that I mentioned in those videos begins to go a little bit out of date. And I feel like it's important that I get those videos out first. So I have made the decision that I already have some new content coming out in the next couple of weeks. However, in February and March, you're going to see a majority of my content that I made a while back begin to come out. I want to get my old videos that are worthy of being released out again, and then we're going to get into the newer stuff. So the stuff that you see me talk about here on upcoming projects might not be seen until April or May. In fact, when I just did a range report and a field strip on the Norinco 86S, I think the scheduled release date for that is like May the 13th and 15th or something like that. So if you're a Patreon supporter, you get to see it now. And I'm not doing it for the Patreon, like, join the Patreon. I'm just saying, like, I need to get my older stuff out before the newer stuff. The other decision that I've kind of made, I think starting next month, I am going to go to a 3-a-week thing. Right now, I have releases on Monday, Wednesday, Friday of gun content, and then a Saturday release of usually a product review. I think I'm going to scale that back to 2 gun things a week, maybe like on a Monday and a Thursday, and then Saturday will be the product review. And the reason that I'm doing that is I want to get more in line with what some of the bigger content creators do. Not that I'm matching them, it's just like kind of working with the algorithm in that I need to kind of space things out a little bit more, let things simmer before releasing the next video. And I think that will help the channel grow a little bit more, and it will also expand the content that I have out further, because I want to get really far ahead on my videos, because just in case I run into a time in my life when I'm just really busy, whether that be with work or if I have to travel somewhere or for whatever reason, and I can't keep making content, for a couple weeks. So I wouldn't get behind. So I kind of like to be ahead. It's just the kind of the planning stages. So those are the 2 things about the channel that I wanted to talk about. So anything I show you tonight or today might not be seen for a couple months as I release this video. So yes, they're coming. Everything you've seen is coming. It's either already been filmed, it's in queue. And as I said, if you want to see all that stuff, you can join Patreon. You don't have to. I'm just saying, as soon as I get this stuff done, it goes on a Patreon and in that Patreon queue. But all this stuff, all the upcoming projects, they will get released just in due time. I just need to do the older stuff first. And then my release schedule will change starting February the 1st, which is the 1-year anniversary of the reborn Texas Gun Vault. I also want to apologize to some of my usual subscribers on the main channel, because a lot of us got trolled, or maybe you guys got some mean comments, and I did not catch them fast enough from some people that posted on my videos. And just in case you did, I think I have my filter set pretty strong. But in case you got called some names like bootlicker or cuck or all this kind of stuff, somebody I guess found my video on Matt Hoover, and it's one of those real classy people. And anybody that had any disagreement that wasn't like gung ho about essentially going full civil war on the ATF. You were a bootlicker, you're a cuck, you're a whatever the bad term is. He was even said some racist stuff in there. So I didn't catch it fast enough, because sometimes the replies to comments don't show up on my comments to review feed as quickly as like new comments. So a lot of people got these replies to their comments on that video, and that was about 12 or 13 hours ago. And so I apologize. I try to catch that stuff faster. So I didn't see anybody getting into a fight with them, but if you got a bad comment, you call a name or whatever, that person has already been removed, banned from the channel, and I'll try to keep a better eye on that, and I apologize. I am totally fine with discourse. I'm totally fine with people disagreeing with me and my take, or you guys disagree. It's totally fine with me. You guys know this. As long as people just don't say certain words, as long as people don't call each other names, as long as it's not hateful and vitriolic, you can say anything you want. Okay. But I've just had too much negativity in my life and my past that I just don't put up with that kind of stuff. And that person represents the members of the gun community I always talk about in these videos that I think ruins it for us all, and they're just keyboard warriors because they talk a big game, but when it comes down to it, if the ATF come knocking on their door, are they going to be the ones grabbing arms and getting into a firefight with them? No, they're not. They talk a big game online, but no, they're not going to do anything. Anyway, so those are the things I want to talk about, kind of channel maintenance and update stuff. All right, so let's talk about a couple of guns today. I got through some of the queue that I have to do for my friend Jack, or Jack number 2, or full auto Jack, depending on what you guys want to call him, because he is a FFL SOT, and he has an amazing collection. So I got 3 guns back to him, because I got this big stack of guns in the vault that I need to get through. And I was like, hey, I'm through with a few of these. To make room, can I bring some back? And so I cleaned them all up. I got it back to him. He actually had some more stuff for me to add. So that's what I want to show you guys today. And these are guns that I have never seen in person before, and I've only seen online. And I think there's only a few videos online about them. One is from Forgotten Weapons, and the other ones are from was it Life Size Potato? And these guns are from a country that normally you don't think of when it comes to small arms manufacturing, and that is going to be South Africa. And we're going to be taking a look at 2 guns from a company called Vektor. Now, I have heard of Vektor. I don't know if they're still in business or if they're still being imported. I have to do this type of research, but these are made in South Africa, and they're kind of, I don't say they're super rare here in the U.S., but they're just not commonly found stuff. So South African guns. And now both of these are copies of other guns. So I also have to look up when these guns were made. And I guess what they kind of do is take proven designs. I don't know if they make these under license because they're so close to the original designs, or if they just steal them, or maybe these designs are just in the public domain. I don't know. I said I got to do my research on them. The first gun I'm going to be taking a look at is the SP1, and from Vektor, and this is obviously a Beretta 92 clone. Now, it doesn't have the open slide design, but it essentially is a Beretta, and it actually might be a little bit closer to a Taurus. Was it the P92 or whatever their copy of the Beretta 92 is, because it has the frame-mounted safety. But mechanically, it looks very similar. I mean, you can look at the magazine catch. Obviously, the trigger guard is different. I really like their logos. That logo looks fantastic. When you rack the slide, you realize, oh yeah, it's that dropping block mechanism. When I have field stripped this gun, it looks like a Beretta frame. Everything about this just looks like Beretta. You even have like the extractor that's like a Beretta. It's essentially a Beretta copy. You can see the slide release, the takedown lever. It's a Beretta. It's their version of a Beretta. The machining on this isn't as nice. Made obviously of aluminum. You can see some machine marks on it. But these are kind of cool. Yeah, South African Beretta clone. So a Vektor SP1. The other is another Vektor, so another gun from South Africa. And this thing looks kind of space age-ish. But this is the, let me get the model right on this. This is going to be the, I think it's the CP1. Yes, the CP1. And this, I am fairly sure, is a copy of a Walther PPK, or maybe like a SIG P, was it 232, I think is what it is. And it's chambered in 9mm, so it's not in 380. It looks like it'd be in 380, but it has the same kind of manual of arms as those guns, so you don't have a slide stop. So if you load the magazine into the gun and you need to close the slide, you got to essentially slingshot it, pull it back, you know, so if the mag was out or it had a mag or a round of the magazine, pull the slide back, it would close. The safety is kind of interesting. It does have a, I guess we'll call it a blade safety, but yeah, it goes through the trigger guard like that. So there is fire and there's safe. We do have a little dingus safety as well. Kind of interesting. And something I did notice about this is the magazine release buttons are like flush with the frame. They're kind of hard to actuate. So this one's going to be kind of interesting to shoot because I've never shot a PPK clone, but in 9mm. Made by Vektor in South Africa. So kind of cool, kind of rare. There's that cool logo again. So these guns go into the queue. What do you guys think? Have you guys ever heard of Vektor? And by the way, it's Vektor. Is how you spell the company's name. And even the boxes are kind of weird. So when the boxes close, you have these little latches you got to push together to open it up. It's a little bit harder to do than like your standard box that you'd find here in the U.S. Like even I can't do it right now. Hold on. There we go. Kind of weird. But yeah, the Vektor SP1 and the CP1, both the 9mm, Beretta 92 clone, or maybe kind of a Taurus Beretta clone. So it's kind of like a clone of a clone, and then you got like the SIG P232 or Walther PPK kind of 9mm here. As I said, there's not a lot of videos on these. I'm only aware of them from Forgotten Weapons and Life Size Potatoes. So some cool and rare stuff that I will get to shoot. So what do you guys think? Do you guys know about Vektor? Do you guys own a Vektor? I would love to know. And I definitely got to do some history on the company and what they make or what they have made and so forth. So we just don't think about South Africa as being a country making small arms. So there you go. That's the upcoming projects and I guess channel update and kind of maintenance stuff. So let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me here in the garage. And thank you, Jack, for once again letting me shoot some pretty darn cool and awesome pistols. I get to make content that nobody else gets to make, and I am blessed beyond my wildest dreams. So there you go. That's all I got for you tonight. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And the word of the day, if you watch to the end, I know you guys like the word of the day. I almost forgot about it. We're going to say Vektor, but you got to spell it right. You got to spell it right. I told you how to spell it earlier in the video. So spell Vektor right. And I know you watched to the end. So that's all I got for you tonight. So have a wonderful evening. And as always, thanks for watching.